Alright, so last time we played, we continued to delve through the ancient dwarven stronghold that the Thief Notes had accidentally encountered and found Duergar in there, similarly looking for the lost secrets of the dwarves. And you guys continued your trek through and found a series of elaborate ruses concealing the tomb of King Malarkey, the dwarven king that once resided here. And after going through, I think it was at least 4 or 5 false tombs, you found the real one with some treasure. Someone got a nice, very fancy looking shield. And you guys then continued your trek through, encountering a tapestry room where a undead boulette was keeping guard over the statues here in the room of King Malarkey. And that's basically where we left off. You guys had just finished fighting the large boulette. And again, the hallway seemed dark and quiet.
So are we continuing to explore, try and find all of the Duergar invaders down here?
Gotta get all the loot.
Oh.
Oh no.
Grage is kind of a peculiar hobby now.
These guys have 2 eyes, so you can carve out double the pleasure if you like.
There was only one left after combat.
Oh, I'm forgetting a detail, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Well, make a medicine check to carve out the eye.
One day I'll figure out what to do with all these eyes. I'm putting them in my herbal bag.
That's what I would do. And then you'll forget about them and they'll get all like smelly and moldy.
Rotten pelts.
Have like pounds of pelts from different creatures we've killed. Just festering away.
In the hole that took us to the astral plane.
You're able to carve out the eye, and you notice that it is itself kind of in a form of decay already. But you're able to put it into your herbalism bag fairly intact.
What was the creature called?
It's called the boulette.
Boulette. I have a collection of eyes now. Excellent. So, troops, where are we off to today?
We should investigate these statues to see if they have any dangerous spirits involved.
Oh yeah, we should go back and release that other dude.
No, you have to make sure.
Yes.
Not the
We should do the opposite.
He seemed like a nice guy though.
Keep them trapped.
So
definitely not a vampire.
Statues here are 4 identical 10-foot tall statues of King Malarkey. And they're both all in a very stern, watching pose.
Hmm. Do we detect any sort of magical activity about these statues?
Well, Tharhun's not able to see any evidence of magic. But usually detecting magic is you can only do through a spell.
Okay.
You guys took a quick look around this room before the boulette came out and attacked you guys. So you guys are pretty much covered. I think you guys have pretty much found everything to be found here.
Okay. Can we look behind this area? Does this curtain, this tapestry cover? It doesn't cover the door. It's just on the wall.
It is just on the wall. Yes, that's the.
Is there anything behind the tapestry?
When you take a look behind, all you see is smooth stone.
What was the tapestry of again?
The tapestry is depicting King Malarkey in a fierce battle with a gem-encrusted bullet, several sizes larger than the one that you guys faced. But clearly, it was the bullet was here as kind of a symbol of the king's past conquests or victories. And you see that there is a short tunnel that kind of connects behind the main room.
Okay. Can I explore this tunnel and the preceding tunnel? Is there anything of note in the first tunnel, or it's just like a regular tunnel like we've been walking
This
through?
tunnel is basically just kind of like a side passageway. You don't see anything of note. When you pass over here, your dark vision allows you to see down the. Oops, that didn't work. Allows you to see about 60 feet down. There's a couple turns to the right.
Kelnozz, there's a good stream of blood dripping down your leg there. You might want to take care of that.
I'm okay.
My ballsy friend. Okay.
Actually, how is my health? Oh, yeah. Am I the only one that's injured right now?
I'm feeling very healthy.
Yeah, I'm quite healthy.
Yes.
I just have a flesh wound. I'm okay.
I'll do a little, I'll speak a little healing word on myself. Actually, you know what? Here, let's do this. Oof, not great. The blood congeals slightly.
Do you guys have any potions or anything?
Yeah, I got some potions. Like, if you want some heals, I could give you a back rub as well, but you gotta catch up to me now.
I'm good. I'm back in decent shape.
6 really took you from close
2
to
plus
dead.
8. 2 plus 6.
2 plus 6.
8, Ryan. Gosh.
Sorry. I just saw the 6.
Not 6.
There's a small puddle of blood here. Like, ugh, let's get out of here. Come on, Blims.
Alright. And let's go exploring this tunnel.
Oh, the bullet's moving. Oh, God.
It's alive. Shouldn't have turned our back on it.
It's undead again.
Okay, that would take some immediate
So
turn. What about hallway number 2?
You see, this one also takes another turn shortly.
Looks like we need to split the party.
Can I send Bims to the
Yeah,
west?
send Bims in.
Bims.
Bims finds more twists and turns in this hallway.
Set flight.
Like the dramatic, slow release of information.
1, 2, 3. Oh, that's my zone, right? Ah, there's a winding path here this way.
What about over this way?
That's maximum range for Bims.
What if he comes back and looks down this tunnel?
What do you mean maximum range?
Can I only see his vision within 100 feet?
Oh yes, I forgot these are 10-foot squares for a second.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I will dramatically snap my finger and return Bims to me. Boop. And then say, Bims, now to the east. He's taking a peek down the hallway.
Right, so can see that this hallway would then open up into a larger area here.
There seems to be a larger area off to the east, but I don't see anything in particular.
Which way should we go?
Certainly, there's more adventure to be had this way.
However, based on the map that we've been slowly filling in as we go, this other tunnel might end shortly. If Yook's cartography skills are anything to be shaking a stick in.
Good save.
Well,
So
we
is-
have to clear out this entire dungeon either way.
Let us press recklessly forward this way.
All right,
We can always go back for a
reckless
tertiary
adventure.
or quaternary side quest.
If only you
Yeah.
guys had some idea of some way of finding out how many humanoids were nearby.
Oh, let
Ooh,
me crouch down and detect humanoids.
some Diana Troy action.
All right, so Brynn takes a moment to concentrate and take a close look at the hallway and the walls around, looking for signs of humanoids who have passed through the area. You're able to determine that, accounting for the Duergar that you have already faced, there's probably only around 15 humanoids left in the general area.
15's a lot.
Okay.
Now, this
And
would not include
whereabouts
things like
are
other
they?
elves. They are all like within a mile of you.
Both.
The
Right.
direction is
Are like east, west, north, south.
Getting warmer.
If I can't get their
Warmer.
feelings, I at least get to know their position and direction of travel.
yes, at least in the surface world, you would usually be able to do that. I'm gonna say that you can tell that there's some roughly to the north, but the position is hard to tell in this environment underground.
Well played. All right. All right. Well, to the north we go.
There's certainly no signs of immediate humanoid in your area recently.
I detect presences. 15,
Hmm.
vaguely to the north. And I peek around the corner.
You see a So you see a larger chamber open up with a very large pit in the middle of the room.
Ooh, the main
Turn around.
Oh my goodness, a 3-square pit? This is the end of the campaign, fellas.
Someone should jump it. I dare you to jump the pit.
Gladly.
The
Damn it,
hallway
Kelnozz.
continues off over here and you can see around here. They can see that there's rubble and debris on the ground.
Hold my wine.
I hold Kelnozz's wine. Oh, there's switches.
Oh, yeah, perhaps I should not join.
Or reverse glory holes.
So Kelnozz, as you get a bit closer, you see that the pit is 10 foot wide, 30 foot long, and 20 foot deep. And there's a fine layer of dust and rubble on the floor of the pit.
He can see the pit, though? Or the bottom?
Just 20 feet deep.
20 feet.
Oof.
So this is
And-
going to be some interesting parkour.
To your left, just beyond what the other members were able to see, you can see on the wall there are 2 stone levers protruding from the wall.
Levers. I'm curious as to what the levers could do. My curiosity is piqued. However, the Duergar are to the north. What say you, Kelnozz? Can you guys hear me?
I can hear you. Yep.
Yeah, sorry, I had to mute myself. Hmm. Well, certainly,
I got muted like mid-sentence because that's happened before.
certainly, the switches need a good flicking.
I thought you were jumping the pit.
I decided not to. Give me my wine back, please.
Oh, I've already taken a swig of his wine.
It was a big swig.
I accept that.
Your wine bag is empty now.
Can't be happy about that.
So you get a bit closer to the levers, and you don't speak Dwarvish, do you?
Are they both in the down position?
Nope. One is up. And the second one is down, and they both have Dwarven runes above them. But you don't speak Dwarven, right?
No. Does anyone speak Dwarven in the party?
Probably
Grage.
Dwarf.
Grage, there's Dwarven runes here. I need your intact Dwarven eyes.
Hold on, I'm eating some chips.
Please don't cut my eyes out.
Can you describe the runes from there, or can I get to you?
Yeah, just
Yeah,
walk
you can go along the ledge here. Just don't stand in the middle because it's super scary. And we die to traps a lot.
Okay, well, I have slow falling skills, so. And jump. Okay,
So,
and then I.
Great, you can see that the Dwarven word above the first lever that is up says crush, and the second lever, which is currently down, has the word lift. What are you investigating?
Investigating the crush on the lift. So,
I would say
supposedly, if the runes are to be read correctly, one says crush and one says lift.
So there's 2 levers, so there's 4 options. We got crush lift, we got crush drop, we got not crush lift, and we got not crush drop.
Let us, maybe by activating the lift one, it will fill in the ground over there. What do you think, Grage?
The dungeons are full of traps, so proceed with caution, as you always do, Kelnozz.
Indeed. Every move I make is meticulously thought out beforehand, and each possible outcome is analyzed. For the possible effect on the party, I just grabbed the switch for the up.
Okay, the one for lift.
Lift.
All right, it is a heavy switch, and it takes you a moment to push it up. And when you do, you hear the sound of gears underneath you, and the sound of stone scraping as you notice the floor of the pit slowly rising up. And after a few moments, it is essentially level with the floor.
Exactly as I anticipated. Then I flicked the crush one.
You try to pull down on the crush one, but as hard as you try, it doesn't seem to go. It seems like something is stuck.
Grage, can you help me flick this switch? I need your dwarven muscles.
Alright, I got it.
So
On
I'm not
3.
gonna I'm not going to let you guys roll on this because it just won't work as long at this point, no matter how hard you pull on it.
We need more muscles.
Trying.
Okay, I got you, bro. Oof. Okay, I'm not strong enough.
What
What
is
do we
everyone
see
else
here?
doing at this point? That's just a blank wall. I've kind of in the real map. There's a room, but I've X'd it out. So
Okay,
just
gotcha.
imagine it's a blank wall. So what is Brynn and Tharhun and Eikooc doing while these two are moving the levers?
Can I look a little bit further down this way? So, like, is this a smashed door here?
Yes, you notice that it looks like this has been smashed through, and down this hall, just at the edge of your dark vision, you can see there looks to be like more debris down at the end of this hallway.
And the smashing through the door, does it look similar to like the Umber Hulk scratches
Yes, it
that we
does.
saw before? Yeah.
Mhm.
And the Umber Hulk likely went this way, but no telling if it's the one we've already faced or a new one. Or we should proceed with caution.
Yes, Brynn, lead the way. Our mission here is to vanquish evil from this place and make it safe once again for the gnomes.
Kelnozz, Grage. This way.
I guess we should give up.
Perhaps we can come back to these switches. So now we can walk freely across, right?
That's right.
Okay, well, I'm not going to take a chance in case something happens there.
Did you search for secret doors down there?
We didn't search specifically. We didn't see any.
We were called away too quickly. One of the levers is stuck though, so we might have to do something with that later.
Indeed. Should we sally forth then?
Sally.
We've broken the elevator. You know what? I'm actually maybe this tunnel leads to underneath where the thing just rose up. Maybe the tunnel to the right. Or if you want to stay on task, the Duergar are to the north somewhere. Feel their presence.
Might as well keep going down this way. Are these like tracks of the Umber Hulk? Is that right?
No. Excuse me. What these are is more debris. As you get closer, you can see it's rocks, large chunks of rocks where the stone wall. Excuse me. Sorry. Where the stone wall has like been broken through. Clearly, an Umber Hulk has kind of burst through the stone hallway here, and just very rough, unnatural kind of tunnel is beyond that.
Does it seem like this has been disturbed recently?
Make a survival check, please.
Okay, so I would be looking if there's like dust everywhere or anything that would help me indicate sort of like time.
You're unsure of how long it's been. There is dust on the ground, but you're just not really able to get a solid sense of how long ago or how short ago it's been.
I'd like to send BIMs down the hallway.
It immediately ends in the door.
And then to the east through this sort of like tunnel.
Through the east, he comes to a intersection.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, that's almost max range. Hey, Grage, what do you think we give this door the old 1-2 spinneroo?
It's yet to fail us.
Nothing can possibly go wrong.
What is the 1-2 spinneroo, just for clarity's sake?
Grage opens the door and I do the whirlwind unstoppable attack.
All right. The door opens without any issue. What you guys see in here is...
I spin in recklessly. Oh.
So there are black marble benches in the middle of a marble tiled floor. There are alcoves in the west and the east that have rusted iron shower heads protruding from the ceiling. There's rusty pull chains hanging near each shower head. And there's drain holes. Otherwise, the room seems empty.
This must be where the workers cleanse themselves after much digging.
Oh, my naive elf friend. This is a dwarven kink house. For easy cleaning afterwards.
Oh, I've heard of such places. The dwarves really like their stonework. Can we try to pull one of the, what was it called? Pull?
A pull chain?
Pull chain.
Sure. Which one do you pull? There's some over here and there's some over here.
I'm going to try this one here.
Investigate.
Perhaps they still work.
You're investigating the pull chains or the room?
The room before Kelnozz gets too carried away here.
Smart.
Okay. So Kelnozz is going to pull the chain. Grage is going to take a search. What are the other three people doing?
I'm following him behind carefully.
Yes, I will watch out for enemies.
I'm watching out behind us back here for Umber Hulks, given the amount of Umber Hulk evidence scattered about.
Okay, so with an 18, Grage, you're able to find that there is actually a secret door hidden behind one of the in the alcove to the east. But there's nothing else in the room. It seems like the contents have been long emptied. When Kelnozz pulls on the chain, there's kind of like a few moments and then a sputtering and then very cold brown water comes out of the shower and after a few minutes runs clear again.
Perhaps after we've finished this dungeon, we can use the kink room. Clean up.
I'll show you how it's done, my friend.
I wink at Grage. You'll have to show me your dwarven ways. I don't know what that means. Let's check this next door out.
You're going to check out the secret door?
Is that what the S is for?
Yeah.
All right. This is the glory hole area.
Typically, every room has one. Even regular rooms.
I like the way these dwarves think.
Okay, so you guys are going through the secret door?
Yeah, is there a clear panel or something to activate it, to open it?
It's just kind of a normal kind of dwarven secret door where once you know where to put your hand, you can pull it open. Looks strangely like a
Let's open it up.
looks strangely like a glory hole. All right,
Great.
so
Perhaps, you can use those nimble dwarven hands and open up the secret door.
Like the gloried pools, this is how you open this up. Just a little of this, a little of that. Quick little poke, and the door should open.
Quick little poke.
okay, the door
Ooh.
opens and you find what appears to be a hidden shrine. There is another statue of Justhammer, and in the middle of the floor, just in front of him, is a open pit.
Ooh.
Kelnozz, the room's waiting for you.
That pit looks a bit dangerous. But I have a good buzz going on. Perhaps I can jump across it. I take a swig of wine.
Well, wait a sec. Grage,
I
don't you
slowly swig.
don't you have the ability to fall down pits and not get hurt and then just immediately get out of them with your grace?
I'm gonna take a look down this pit here. Let me investigate what's at the bottom of the pit.
So
Ah,
you look at the bottom of the pit, and you see a dwarven skeleton with a very shiny mithril peg leg.
Oh,
Oh, glory peg. Okay. No spikes or anything down below.
No, not that you can see.
I gracefully float down.
All right, Grage slides down the pit, and when you're down there, you notice that there's the remnants of a false stone floor.
Okay. And what about this this peg leg here?
Well, there are some like very old scraps of clothing that seems like it hasn't fully deteriorated, but there is a peg leg made of mithril that remains, and it looks like it's worth about 75 gold pieces.
Okay, I'll pick that up.
Are you gonna put it on?
I investigate the hole with an 8. Is there anything else down here?
No, just the broken false floor.
Okay. I climb back up with my ultra running up walls ability.
Very nice.
In front of the statue. I'm investigating the statue now.
I'll approach the statue as well.
Okay. So in this case, you don't have to do like a search. You two can both see that there are gemstones set into the statue's rings, including 2 sardonyxes, which are worth 50 gold pieces each.
No one's gonna miss him if I.
There are 2 zircons with 50 gold pieces, an amethyst with 100 gold pieces, 2 garnets worth 100 gold pieces each, a spinel worth 100 gold pieces each, and a tourmaline for 100 gold pieces. And these can all be pried off of the rings if you wish.
Grage, are you going to partake in those?
I already have a few gold pieces in my chest. I'm okay. I assume that 1 gold piece will still buy a whorehouse full of whores. It's been a few years since I've been in a town, so I'm assuming 1 or 2 gold pieces will do me fine.
Depends what kind of whores you're into, Grage. But I got you covered. I very skillfully attempt to pull the gems out from this statue.
Okay, it's just a matter of effort, but you're able to do so.
Okay, so that was 700 gold worth. Is there anything else in this room of note?
No, you guys seem to have found everything there is to be found.
So I will jump back through. And I point over to the door to the south. Why don't we check out this room?
While all this is happening, Brynn and Eikooc, what are you guys up to?
I'm still looking around cautiously, keeping an eye out for Umbra Hulks.
Yeah, by now I'm into the room.
Everyone's going this way, so I'm gonna back into the room, but still looking behind us.
Okay.
On 3 Kelnozz.
Yeah, let's take a look.
All right. As you guys approach the store, you can feel a warmth.
Oh,
Feel what?
warm.
It feels warm
Oh.
as you get closer to the door.
Is there any markings on the door?
There aren't any markings on the door, but you do notice that there are some ancient pipes that seem to be connected to the showers leading into this like through the wall past this door.
And was the water that was coming out of the shower warm?
I think it was cold. It was cold and like brown when it first came out.
But then after it heated up for a couple minutes and went clear.
All right, 1, 2, 3, spinaroo.
The old spinaroo move.
He knows what we do. Opens the door.
All right,
Spins frantically.
you open the door, and you see what is essentially a large heat tank, and standing in the middle of it is a fire elemental
Ooh.
that turns to look at you with some confusion. And it opens its mouth, and like the crackling of a campfire comes out, completely lost on all of you who don't speak the language of fire elementals.
Oh,
How rude of us. Allow me to introduce myself.
In my school.
Oh, he's going straight into combat mode?
Not necessarily. Just right now, it's just looking at you, but it's looking at you with confusion.
What language is it about?
It's Ignan.
Ooh, yeah. Not much chance of that.
I just assumed since no one knew the Earth Elemental that this was probably also equally obscure.
Good call.
I will gesture in a non-violent way, sort of like pushing my hands as if he should. Like we don't mean a threat, basically.
Mm-hmm. Make a persuasion roll.
Okay. I want to say like you are freed from your cage. He's not going to understand anything I'm saying, but maybe he can interpret the meaning of my gibberish words.
I'd recommend we back up to the showers. Maybe he'll understand. We just want.
Yeah, I'm
be
going to
warm,
slowly
clean.
take some steps back. You have your freedom now, fire elemental.
I just want a warm shower, fire elemental.
We've been adventuring for days.
Little do you know, you unleashed the king of the kink room.
When you put up your hands and started to try and tell it was safe, the fire elemental flitters backwards, like turning into a small flame for a second, a little bit further back into the tank, and reforms as an elemental, and like basically roars at you and tries to make itself look really huge for a second, like flaring up with heat.
Oof. We'll leave the door open, but like step away. Continue to step away. Is it clear? Okay, so which way does the door open? Like forwards or backwards? Like, is it in the
I'd have
room
to
with
just
us?
say I'd just be making it up one way or the other, but I'd say it would open
Basically, here,
forwards.
maybe I'll explain. Is it clear that it's been locked from the outside? Like he's been locked in there?
It's not clear because you guys didn't have to unlock it. There was no mechanism to unlock it when you guys opened it.
Hmm.
But it does seem like it's been in here for a while.
Well, perhaps we can just let him run amok through the dungeon.
Oh,
Or no, maybe the gnomes would not like that very much.
He might be a danger to the gnomes.
Can I do like a really quick move to slide forward and like seal the door, close the door?
Yeah, you guys can do that. Okay, so you close the door.
Yeah, I'll close the door. And are there any sort of locks or anything on this side?
Not that you see.
Okay.
You're free. Back in prison.
Well, he could have left if he wanted to. We did leave the door open. I think that went rather well.
I'm leaving a note for our gnomish friends.
Ah, very wise, Grage. Most wise. Maybe
Yes,
also
just to
write that it's the kink room, just so they know.
Oh, the gnomes know. Gnomes have been often joined into the forays of the dwarven world, willingly and not.
I'd like to sort of continue to crawl through this tunnel here on the right-hand side.
As you crawl through the tunnel, you get the sense that you're no longer in the finely carved hallways of a dwarven stronghold. This is the tunnels that a Umber Hulk has used to gain access to the stronghold. But you know from Bim's previous exploration that there's a intersection here.
Yes. This is where the Umber Hulks came through. Perhaps we can find their source and block it off.
I think we should worry about what's in the stronghold before we go worrying about sealing it off.
That does make a lot of sense. I'll move back to where the group is at.
So do we check the hole in the wall over here?
Yeah, let's go check the broken door.
Yeah.
Must eradicate all danger.
So this opens up into another hallway that turns.
Keep down the hallway.
So
I'm gonna catch up to Brynn.
down the hallway, you see that there's a very large opening to the north. And this opens up into a long, wide hallway. There are two empty semicircular alcoves on either side.
And then over here, it looks like maybe some more debris and a number hall coal.
That's right, you surmise that this is probably connected to the other tunnel.
And what about north of there? Is it more of a more winding tunnels? I think that's connected. Can we search in these alcoves? Is there anything of note in the semicircular alcoves?
There is nothing. It's just an empty place, an empty hallway essentially, with the two semicircular alcoves here.
Okay. Then we'll plow forward. Those are in plow position.
Activate plow mode.
Okay, you can see that the hallway branches to the left and the right here.
From here, no, I don't like to do that. Which way should we go, fellows? This ladder.
Well,
You guys said I'm just going to get a quick glass of water. Be right back.
I could send Bims to do like a quick mini scout when Bob comes back.
I'm gonna grab some water too.
Snack run.
Snack run.
Gotta get some peanut.
Hello.
Good day.
Oh, it's Doug.
Yo. Here's some mad calculating going on.
Ooh. Multiple people are doing a snack run.
Oh. I thought there was some furious dice rolling happening.
You doing some Company O heroes?
Yeah, I've had some like pretty evenly matched games with like 3v3s and 2v2s.
Nice.
So they've been quite good, and I'm really pleased. I've been kind of like fighting as Wehrmacht against Americans, and Wehrmacht, especially at the beginning before their core troops have upgrades, fare very poorly against five squad Americans.
Yeah.
Especially the blobbing tactics that I've run into the last little bit. So I'm actually really pleased with the last game I played because I managed to like outlast his early like just constant blobbing aggression, and then like just kind of ended up beating this guy on my side of the map kind of very soundly near the end. I just like you just have to accept these frustrating huge thrusts into your position until you can kind of beat them back. But it's a really cancerous playstyle, but like you can beat it, and it was fun to like beat it.
Hell yeah.
It just took a lot of effort.
What playstyle is that?
Like just Americans blobbing, because they can have Shreks in, like they can pick up 2 Shreks or 2 bazookas into a regular 5-man squad once they get weapon racks. So they just run, a lieutenant, 2 regular rifle guys with like upgraded machine guns, and then like 1 or 2 guys with Shrek blobs, and like you can't, if you fight them with infantry, they kill your infantry, and if you run a tank in there, they shoot your tank down. So you have to kind of like fight them and then pin them down with a machine gun, and then run in there with a tank. Like it's this whole Panzerwerfers, once they're pinned, are basically what saved me, because you just... I mean, the only way to punish blobs is to nuke them.
Nuke 'em, yeah.
Yeah. And what I have learned is that, interestingly enough, it seems like people who rely on the blob tactic don't have anything else really going for them. Like, it seems like their tank play is like kind of weak. Like, they throw tanks away, and they don't have like a lot of situational awareness. So I mean, like,
I'm focused on the blob.
They're
Yeah,
just dirty
right?
blobbers.
well, because it's like instant win, right? Like, wherever it goes, it just eats everything. And if you're not careful, which again at the beginning of this match, I had some unfortunate wipes on my own squads. If you're not careful, like, your squad goes down like really fast, and you don't even have a chance to retreat them. It's really frustrating. So I guess that's just how they win, right? You're not expecting to lose so quickly. um,
Sounds like Zerg rushing to me.
yeah, it's got a bit of that.
Little Zergy.
It's also like a bad matchup. I can't remember. With only 3 factions, I feel like it has to be pretty balanced. With 5 factions, the faction I prefer is very weak against them currently in the game, especially at the beginning.
Do we got everyone back, or was I the only one who left?
Yep.
I'm back.
Nice.
What game's Doug playing?
Company Heroes.
Oh, Company Heroes.
5 factions.
Yeah.
Expansions?
Yeah. There's a British and
Oh, okay.
another.
Company of Heroes 2.
Yeah,
Russian?
Company Heroes 2. Yeah. No, there's 2 German factions.
You can't play as the Russians?
You
Yeah.
can play as the
Oh,
Russians,
okay,
yeah.
okay. That
Soviet,
But the Russians didn't get an expansion.
pretty big omission.
and
Pretty big omission. All they did was supply the blood, Bob.
Yeah.
That was it. The war could have been won otherwise.
Wait, whose side are you on, Doug?
What?
Yeah, Doug.
In case you guys are not aware, the Russians were our allies in the Second World War.
Not at the beginning.
The often quoted fact that I like to quote is, by the end of the war, 7 out of 8 German casualties were suffered on the Eastern Front against the Russians. They have like...
Are we quoting this?
It comes up because I play a game where that happens.
It's
Comes
a
up
game
frequently
where,
enough.
like, I guess it's guilty
and
of...
in this game as well, like, the Russians are played like their lives are completely expendable.
Well, it's
Like-
American centrism, right? Like, the
Yeah,
idea that it was
absolutely.
just the Germans and just the U.S. and everyone else is a side note.
Yeah, 100%. And there's actually like it's like a westernization as well. Like the guy the historian who I listen to, the podcaster, just talks about, like, he has books that he reads where he's trying to explain the size of these titanic battles and like how the fighting the Germans against the Russians was entirely different than the way the Germans fought, like the Allies on the Western Front, where they say that was more like it was like a genteel kind of warfare. Like, you would fight for a little bit and then you'd give up, and they'd treat you well when you were in prison. Whereas like it was a war of annihilation between communism and fascism, and like the amount of war crimes that came out of the Eastern Front is like just incredible versus what happened on the Western Front, which is comparatively lighter by a long shot. But that's because fascists didn't consider the capitalist democracies to be a threat to them, really.
Well, we can have some more hot takes, but we'll save those for Instagram. All right, so am I understanding that Bims is going to take a look up at this hallway here?
Yep, this is gonna fly up north. Take a peek.
All right. The hallway goes on for about 40 feet before turning in taking another right-hand turn.
And I'll have him do another 60
So
feet
here
to the
he
east.
sees about a door about 20, 30 feet down and another branching hallway.
There appears to be a door this way. I'll start walking there.
I'm all for doors. They lead places.
Let's head in the direction of doors.
2, 3, 6.
Can I check if this one is locked?
You don't see a lock on it. Are you going to try and open
Okay.
it?
Yeah, I'll try to open it.
All right. Okay, you open it up, and you notice that the room is divided into 4 stone privies, and there are holes cut into the floor.
Wink, wink.
Is there anything else in the room?
Make a investigation check
All right.
or a perception, whichever you'd rather.
I'd rather perception.
The room
Ooh.
is empty. You notice that the holes lead down to shallow laboratory pits, but all very old and dusty and unused for potentially centuries.
There doesn't seem to be anything of value in there. But if anyone needs to use the bathroom, that's where you should go. How about up here to the right?
You see, oops, that's not gonna work. You see a relatively short hallway going about 60 feet. You can see it branches to the left and right on either side.
What do you think, Brynn? What are your instincts telling you?
Passages, so I suppose any direction is where we should be going. Can I try my sensing again? See if I detect more to the north or east or west.
You take a moment to concentrate, and you think that there have been recent movements of Duergar in this hallway that you've been in. You can detect that were probably at least 4 Duergar recently in this hallway, 2 of which seem like they've gone to the west and would be, and 2 that would have gone to the north, and both seem so recent that you're sure that they're probably within 100 or 200 feet, depending on how accurate you are.
We should sneak up on them. Bring a trap before they go invisible.
Oh, good idea. I could take a disguise as one of them and lure them over here somehow. Or we could use BIMs to catch their attention and bring them down here. How far away are they?
They're close. Right, Brynn?
Indeed, we should proceed with great caution, little haste.
I'll sneak up to this area here and
I'm
peek
gonna
around.
cast a spell. I'm gonna disguise myself.
Is everyone going to be moving stealthily?
I will certainly try to be stealthy. To peek around corners
Okay.
and whatnot.
Well, let's have everyone roll a stealth check then.
Okay.
Ooh.
Okay, you guys start stealthily walking up to this hallway where Tharhun came to, and Kelnozz stops to cast Disguise Self. What do you disguise yourself as?
Duergar? Like a Duergar scout? Something that looks like it would fit in this environment?
Okay. Kelnozz is briefly encased in pale blue light and seems to grow about a foot shorter as his appearance takes on the slate gray appearance of a Duergar.
Fear not, Eikooc, it is I, Kelnozz. It was me the whole time.
Ooh. Got me again.
Fear not, Grage, it is I, Kelnozz.
If Tharhun, you look down this hallway, it's about 50 feet before turning left.
Fear not,
Well-
Tharhun. Perhaps I'm gonna scout ahead. I'm gonna move down this hallway and take a peek around the corner.
Okay, and what's everyone else doing?
I'll sneak behind him and stay, a little bit behind him.
But I'm keeping my distance.
Okay, Kelnozz, you take a peek, and you can see that there's a great room up ahead,
Mm-hmm.
but it's not too much that you can see just by peeking around the corner.
Okay. I'll start walking slowly.
Okay.
I'm gonna
make
enter the room.
What's your passive perception, please?
I think it's 14. Let me check. 14. Yeah.
Okay, as you enter the room, you can hear what sounds like a scuttle of footsteps, but you see nothing. The room itself is a large room with glowing quartz crystals in the four corners, so that's giving like a dim. Actually, it's giving the whole room a fairly bright light in here. Protruding from the south wall is an organ, and the pipes are carved out of stalagmites.
Cool.
And you can see that the keys are golden black from this distance, and that there are two large kettle drums standing against the west wall.
Oh man.
And on top of that seems to be a shiny brass tuba.
I'm pretty tempted to start playing on these instruments. Someone's gonna have to tell me it's a really bad idea.
Nobody else is in the room with you?
I did hear the skittering of footprints, right? Footsteps.
Yes.
Okay, here we go. Brothers, I'm gonna speak in Undercommon. Umber hulks have broken through the eastern wall.
All right.
Travel down the hallway.
Make a deception check with disadvantage.
Disadvantage. Here we go. What? Oh, come on.
All right. Brynn, what are you doing? What's everyone else doing?
I was just investigating what was going on around this corner.
I'm waiting till
Disappeared.
I'm waiting till Kelnozz cries out for help or something after his brilliant plan
I whispered to
fails
the
in
elf to
flames.
prepare a fireball.
So, Brynn, you turn around the corner as you hear Kelnozz speak in Undercommon, and but you can't see anything more than what was already described. But now I do need you guys to roll initiative.
Fuck. What a terrible, terrible roll.
Oh, roll. Not even close to the top.
You're not even close to the top.
No. Still ahead of the Duergar, though.
What's your passive perception, Brynn?
Passive perception. How do I figure that out again?
It's essentially 10 plus your perception bonus.
16.
Okay. All right, so this is going to be surprise round for some people. So fortunately, Grage, we're going to skip you on this one. Kelnozz, you're not going to be surprised by this because you're aware that something is in this room with you. You're expecting Duergar.
Mm-hmm.
But you still do not see them. You don't really have an idea of where they are. So go ahead and take your turn.
Well, I can't.
Just throwing it out there, you could take a wild stab in the dark with Fairy Fire, or
Yeah.
a literal stab in the dark. Or you could ready your action.
Already in action. I don't want to give away the ruse yet.
You rolled a 1 though. I
I
mean,
did. I mean, maybe I can still convince them, though.
Might want to just retreat and hope they chase you. They don't know about the rest of us.
It's not a terrible idea.
yeah, just ready an attack and
Brothers to the east! I'm going to use the movement. And sort of, as I'm running this way, I'm like motioning to Brynn to follow me, but without, giving away his position, and then turn the corner quickly. And already in action, if any Duergar gets within my range here, I will stab them. Little stabby stab.
I should use your bonus action to light your sword first.
I feel like that will give it away too much.
Alright.
I still want to potentially try to deceive them again without going straight into combat mode. And that's the end of my turn.
Okay. So, Brynn, we're going to skip you as surprised. Eikooc is surprised. So Brynn, you can hear footsteps in this room, and
Are they coming towards me? Or moving away from me? Or
it happens so fast that you're not quite sure. And suddenly you feel air as something is being swung your way,
Shit.
and that would be with advantage. So,
shouldn't have moved in to help Kelnozz. That's my first mistake.
okay,
That'll get you.
I was comfortably at the rear, watching for Umber Hulks.
so take 22
Ugh.
piercing damage as a enlarged Duergar swings at you with his war pick.
That's enlarged. Now I can see him though. Once he's
Broke,
smashing me.
broke the invisibility. All right. Okay. Tharhun, you are surprised. So now, first round of the normal combat, Grage, you're up.
So the gig is up. They're attacking.
Yeah, my plan has failed miserably.
All right, I'm jumping to the forefront here. Okay. And then I swing my mighty wood sword / axe.
All right.
Viciously. At the
Absolutely hitting.
Duergar's face. Clink of the metal helmet as it smashes hard against his face, followed by a swift uppercut, which
Damn.
connects,
Absolutely.
knocking out. There it goes. Knocking out 3 of. Oh, I don't know why I did it twice. Knocking out 3 of his teeth.
He looks extremely bloodied as Grage's hand axe and roundhouse kick hit him in 2 quick successions, knocking
Followed
most
by
of his teeth
one
out.
swipe to the skull.
That's a hit.
Kicking this guy's ass.
And he
Boom.
shrinks
I drop
back
my
down
axe
to
the
normal.
floor and walk away. Quickly pick up the axe and headed for slaughter.
All right. Made quick work of that one. Kelnozz, you're up.
All right. I guess the ruse is up.
Keep
I'll
going.
move. Keep retreating backwards, guys. It's over here. My problem with Fairy Fire is it only has a 20 feet range, so it's not really worth like randomly tossing it.
Well, if you put it in front of the door, they have to come this way to get to us.
It's not persistent though. It's like the spell is
Oh.
cast and anyone in the radius gets ticked by it.
I see.
Okay, I'm gonna charge back into the room.
Okay, stop there.
Ah, damn it. There's a dwarf and a half-elf attacking. I need help.
All right, so this is going to be at advantage.
Oh, okay. Well,
Misses. A javelin just whizzes by your head and skips off the wall to your right as you enter into the room, and a Duergar reveals himself, having readied an action for the first person who entered the room.
brothers! You're making a huge mistake.
He says in Dwarvish, well, you don't speak Dwarvish, but Grage can hear him say, You think we're stupid enough to fall for drow magic?
Can I do my normal action?
Absolutely, yep.
Okay, bonus action, turn my sword on.
You're no Duergar!
God damn it. Let me light things up around here. It's awfully dark.
So much for the tolerant drow. Just remember, you're still like a 5 foot square away from him right now, from what I can tell. At least. Yeah.
I'll move one more square closer.
I know this grid is annoying, but that's all we have for now. Go ahead with your
Taste hot steel.
Ooh, that's a hit.
Yeah. 10 slashing and 11 fire. Holy shit! Second attack.
Wicked blow, as your fire just cuts through him. He's extremely bloodied.
I'm from your slaves to my people.
Ooh.
7 slashing.
He absolutely.
10 fire.
He falls down dead and smoking from your attacks.
The rest of you, show yourselves. I may spare your lives.
A few minutes pass. You don't hear or see anything.
There's no other sounds?
You can't hear anything. You seem to be alone in the room again.
Investigate the room.
Yeah, let's check out this organ.
Alright, so let's see. Okay, so as you investigate the room, you notice that each Duergar had kind of dropped near the two corners of the room a sack of stolen items.
Oh.
One sack contains a silver figurine of an ox, which is worth 25 gold pieces. A tiny
Is
mithril.
it magical?
You cannot tell.
Okay.
A tiny mithril bell, worth 25 gold pieces. A pewter flagon sculpted in the shape of a gold dragon with amethyst for eyes, worth 250 gold pieces.
Dragon on the flagon.
Yeah.
No
rhyming. The other sack has a small trapezoidal mirror set in an onyx frame, which is worth 25 gold pieces, and a leather eye patch with a bloodstone worth 50 gold pieces sewn into it. Otherwise, there isn't anything that you find in the room besides the instruments already noted.
I'd like to play an improvisational piece on this organ. And I gotta defeat honey.
Okay, so as you play on the organ, you hear deep, earthy tones from the hollowed stalagmites, and the sound is incredibly loud. You can hear it emanating throughout the whole stronghold.
Ruh-roh.
Oh.
Keep playing.
There's no doubt in your mind that if there are any more Duergar in the stronghold, they now know that somebody is in this room.
Yeah, that was stealth.
Where were you on that one, Tharhun?
Not even in the room. You should
What?
go up to him and tell him that.
What is that
Didn't even-
sound?
We just killed 2 Duergar.
I'm talking about that music.
It's beautiful,
Kelnozz.
isn't it?
This is no time for a jam session. Although I do see some drums.
Perhaps you should
And-
get in here. Get in here.
Well, I do know a thing or two about rhythm, and I go to the drums and start
Yes.
laying down some beats.
So
Let
these
us
are large
Sing
copper
to the
drums,
glory of Maraganor.
and as you strike on them, it makes a thunderous booming sound.
Hell yeah.
Doesn't
Then
somebody
there's-
have a mouthpiece for that tuba?
Yes, I do. Who would like to play this tuba?
Well, I could certainly blow a few notes.
Here you go, Brynn.
Tuba. Just like my old pan flute.
Exactly the same.
All right. Okay. Do we have all these instruments covered, or what, was there any other ones?
What are we missing? There's the tuba, the drums, the organ. What can Grage play?
So are there more instruments here?
I don't remember one.
There's the organ, the tuba, and the drums. But Kelnozz has his mandolin.
Yeah, true.
Oh,
I could pass
oh.
over the organ.
I'll just harmonize.
Do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do. Actually, Grage, why don't you can play the organ? Oh, tuba solo.
Step aside.
I break out the mandolin.
So
Well, then who's on the tuba?
I'm on the tuba.
Oh, you're on the tuba. Okay.
Yeah.
And then Eikooc on vocals.
it's very buggy. I've always found it buggy, at least this. The jukebox thing.
Alright, well, we play for a solid 20 minutes.
We're jamming pretty hard.
It's a hard
All right.
jam.
I like definite time periods like that. About 5 minutes into your 20-minute jam period.
It's called a jam sesh.
Eikooc, you can tell with your passive perception that you can hear footsteps approaching. They're trying very hard to be silent.
Company.
I'll play louder.
Record scratch.
Prepare yourselves. That was a great strategy.
That was a great sesh, boys.
Now I know the pattern.
All right.
So can I hide? Let's all like hide around the corner.
No, you guys don't get the chance to hide before they get here. Just gonna get everyone to roll initiative.
Ooh.
You guys are very lucky that Eikooc has a high perception, passive perception.
Boom, 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 boom.
What about these double crit initiative rolls?
Pretty dirty.
I wouldn't trust him.
Dirty.
Oh my god.
Pretty.
Oh my god.
How's the Duergar now? Why is Doug moaning?
It's not pertinent to what you guys are doing right now, so I don't want to.
All right, Brynn, you are jamming on the tuba. And Briok says, and Eikooc says, "There's company."
I place the tuba gently back in its stand and draw my bow and aim towards this doorway.
You don't have any pencil or paper.
Oh!
I'm sorry for interrupting you with a terrible joke. What were you saying?
That was all. I'm
Drawing your
my
bow and
at whatever I might see come through the doorway, even if it's invisible. No matter what it is.
ready to action.
Ready to action.
Okay. Kelnozz, you're plucking away on your mandolin, and Eikooc says there's company.
I will safely stow the mandolin.
We're all
I will
very good
move.
with our instruments.
Hmm?
We're all very gentle with our instruments. We don't
Yeah.
get instrument handling techniques.
We know the value of these things. I'm gonna creep up behind the little. What was it called again? The little dim emitter light.
It's a quartz
Quartz.
statue. It's gonna be hard to get behind it.
Okay. Well, I'll stand next to it,
Yeah.
like here, and I'll ready in action. I'm gonna ready my blade, and I'll stab at whoever comes into the room first.
Now, to be really technical on the rules, if you're stowing your mandolin, then you can't also draw a blade without using a full action for it.
I see.
Yeah.
Okay, what I'll do. So
You
I'll
could just
stow
keep
my.
your hand. You could just
I'll
keep your
stow the
mandolin in your
mandolin?
hand. You don't have to put it
Well,
away.
Oh yeah, okay, that's fair. Because I could still, okay.
Use it in battle all the time, right? So.
Yep, that's true.
Okay.
So already in action.
Ready in action for what? Sorry, just to be clear.
I ready my action. If anyone comes into range, I will stab him up
Okay, so into melee range with you.
into melee range.
Yeah. Okay.
Go.
And can I use my bonus action as well?
Yes.
I'm going to give Brynn Bardic Inspiration, and I'll be like, "That was an amazing tuba solo."
That song stuck in my head now.
It's stuck in mine now as well. Damn you, Ryan. And that's the end of my turn.
All right. Grage, you just finished an amazing organ solo.
It was mediocre at best. So
It's very subjective. I was amazed.
I use my movement to get to this corner over here, and ready my action to strike at any breeze that passes by.
All right.
That is it for me.
Yep.
Cookie, you're up.
No, I'm doing the.
Mr.
I
Cookie pudding.
Hold on. Here.
damn it, Eric.
Okay. Grage, you hear footsteps that are close enough that you think they're probably within range. So if you want, you can use your reaction to, swipe out of the air, basically.
Disadvantage swipe.
Disadvantage attack, yeah.
Got this. I swing mightily.
Oof. That's horseshit, but yes, you hit.
The old hitting invisible things without seeing them move.
Grage trained for this for decades. He's at one with calm and stillness, so he slashes out at the breeze,
He was born in
takes
the
off,
darkness.
takes
He
off
was
an
born into
ear.
darkness.
Well, Grage was sold to, sold from a monastery to some strange nether world. Was alone for 50 years, so he's an oddball. Anyway, so do I get a second action? Or I just get that action.
You just get that action.
An ear drops
But
to the ground
you-
and Grage picks it up.
You absolutely connect on something, and your axe comes away with blood on it. And let me do a concentration check.
He lost an ear. I don't think he's gonna be able to concentrate.
I'll say what he lost. He certainly didn't lose his concentration. So now, Eikooc, you're up. So basically, what you guys experienced during that round is the sensation where you can hear shuffling and the sound of heavy metal boots scraping on the floor. You're distinctly aware that you're surrounded, like that there are Duergar in the room with you. But you can't see them, so there's still going to be disadvantage to attack.
Eikooc, light him up.
Great. As a bonus action to start with, I'm going to tell my dog to attack where I just saw Grage hit something.
Let me just flip your dog's stats.
Mastiff, I think.
Mastiff.
Advantage on invisible creatures.
That would be pretty amazing.
Well,
Yeah.
they get double. They essentially do. They get advantage on wisdom checks, right? So, because they can smell. Your dog begins growling, and his head is darting back and forth between a space right in front of you and like right in front of him, between him and Grage, basically.
Okay.
So, just in case that changes your order to him.
No, that's perfect. I guess I'm going to get him to attack the space sort of right in front of, like, the closest one that he noticed there. So there's one right in front of him and then between me and Grage, basically.
Yes.
So I guess I'll
There's
have
one
him-
that's like on the others, like he's kind of between the two. One is closer to you and one is further away from you. In case that also helps you prioritize things.
Are you able to ping on the map roughly, or
No.
is that too much?
Well, I'll say one is within melee range of you. Trying to get
Oh, okay. One's in melee range of me. Okay.
trying to get me to put your fireball circle down for you. I don't think so.
It was worth a shot.
Well, I just, it's not like back here. It's not like behind me. I can see like where my dog, which direction my dog is growling. All right. Well then, I guess I will do a fireball. And I will center it like this square.
Okay, so kind of like the bottom left quadrant
Yeah.
to the right of your dog, essentially. Okay, and it's 20-foot radius, I believe, right? All right, I'm making a whole bunch of rolls.
Here we go. And it's because of my spell slots, it's being cast at a much higher level.
Hoo boy.
Not a great roll. Look at all those twos. So many
A
twos.
lot of twos.
Okay, I'm starting with one that Grage already hurt.
So many twos. That could have been so much better.
All right, so
Ooh, even the higher level cast rolled at least 1 2.
Ugh.
Salt in the wound.
so that's 24 damage.
Yes.
Oof. All right, next dwarf. Pass. Pass. All right. So I still have one more to roll, but a singed and bloodied Duergar appears next to you, gasping in pain from the fire. And last one for saving roll. Fail. And a concentration check. Alright, so the fireball erupts. One dwarf falls down dead. Another dwarf breaks the concentration of his invisibility and appears singed and angry right in front of you. There are cries of pain throughout the room as well, but no other dwarves lose their concentration for invisibility. Anything else on your turn?
No, I guess that's it.
Okay. You're up, Tharhun.
Okay. Kind of debating this. Let's see here. All right, I'm just gonna do the simple thing and move up here and strike at this singed dwarf.
13 is a miss.
I
He's able
attempt
to
again.
deflect. This time your greatsword manages to slip through his defenses.
Yeah.
Rolled a 1. So extra 2, so 9, 10, 11 points of damage.
So the dwarf is already bloodied. You deal another wicked blow to him, and he seems like he's barely standing on his feet. Anything else on your turn?
Barely standing, eh? I might give him a little taste of the old smite, Areno. And I'll do 2d8 more damage.
All right. Well, in that case, the copper lightning strikes out, and his body goes limp and falls to the ground.
Okay, so that was 5 movements. Then I'll go 10. And then I'll go 15. And I'll go 15 here. 20 here, attempt to go.
Okay.
25.
No, you essentially stopped as a
Right here?
Yeah.
Okay.
Bump
He's
in.
right there.
Yeah.
Get him. And I don't have any more actions.
I know you know your rules pretty well, but don't you
Okay.
have an ability if you knock someone down to 0?
Send a shockwave through the rest of them.
Well, let me just read that for a second here.
Alright.
Upon reducing it to 0, you can make another melee attack as a bonus action before attacking. Blah blah blah. Let me just check the old full rules here, because I'm pretty sure the idea behind this is that I'm like cleaving. Oh, it just says I can use a bonus action to make an attack. Okay. I guess I'm just like whirling through here, actually, trying to swing wildly in the air as I find more Dragar, and I actually connect with one.
Go for it. Just roll a
And-
disadvantage.
Disadvantage, okay. Hooah.
Well, you hit. Jesus.
Kablam. That's a good 14 damage. Ooh,
I'm gonna tell you now you don't need to. Ooh.
okay.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, he's got hit by a fireball already too.
He did.
Your sword slings out into the air, catching the dwarf. He appears out of thin air, shrinking as he falls, hits the ground. Brynn,
Does he say anything dramatic?
he says, "Your performance was mediocre."
Mediocre.
The worst insults.
I'm offended.
All right, Brynn, you're up.
All right. Do I know if there's any more down the hallway or in the room? Like from the fireballs going off and stuff? Was I
Yeah,
able to
you-
gather shapes?
You are aware that there are some Duergar in the room, but where they are exactly and how many, you're not 100% sure.
Okay. Does that mean I can or can't attack dark
It means you can attack. You just do it at disadvantage.
disadvantage? Okay. Have they taken? They haven't. Yeah, they probably have taken actions by now.
They all have, yeah.
Just plain old disadvantage. Look at that, Forbes. I roll a 25 for initiative and don't get to use my ability. Too busy playing the tuba. Okay, well, I will attack the darkness at disadvantage. With my bow. Oh, 24.
All right. Your arrow stops in midair, and a dwarf falls down, quite dead.
Oh, quite
Cool.
dead. I guess I will use a second attack if I
You certainly may.
can try and gather where another one may be. 28.
Oh my god, these rolls.
All right, another dwarf succumbs to his wounds.
That's how it's done, fellas.
How are you hitting them?
Don't even have to see them anymore.
Kelnozz, you're up.
All right. Um,
I feel like the gnomes could have just handled these Duergar by themselves.
do I have any indication of where more might be?
No, you could spend like a whole action trying to use your perception to figure that out, but all you're aware is now is you're still keenly aware that there is probably at least one Duergar left.
Okay.
But where he is, you're not sure.
Oh, you know what I can do? Here we go. Can I use Dispel Magic? Or would I have to see the target?
You'd have to read the description because I think Dispel Magic can be cast on either an effect that you can see or an area or something.
Yes,
So you
it
have to
says
read.
choose one creature, object, or magical effect within range, which is 120 feet.
Yeah, it's a by that wording you can't because there's nothing
Okay.
you can see here.
I will, I'm going to walk forward until I bump into something.
Right? You don't bump into anything.
Okay, and
But hold on a second. Someone's taking an attack of opportunity on you.
fuck.
It'll reveal them, so it won't be that much of a fuck.
True. It's actually not that bad.
And it is going to be an advantage. 17.
That's a hit.
All right, so you can still do whatever movement you want, but as you move from here to there, you feel the sharp end of a war pick slam into you, and
So I'm
you're
gonna-
going to take 11 piercing damage.
11 piercing. Okay, I will swing my. Oh, did I disappear?
I still see you.
I don't see myself.
See ya.
Whoa, weird. I'll just refresh. In the meantime, I will swing my sword in that general direction. So
Well,
it's a disadvantage.
hold on, because he's revealed himself.
Oh,
But what's your speed? What's your speed?
30.
So I think you moved
Oh,
30.
it's here. I see him.
I think you moved 30 to leave his space.
Would I not have stopped as I felt the weapon?
Yeah, I guess you can. Yeah, you can.
It's just I don't see my token anymore. It's really weird. Maybe
Well,
I'll refresh.
Here's the thing: is his attack of opportunity is triggered by you leaving that space. So if you don't
True.
leave that space, then he wouldn't have, done it.
So basically, oh no, I'm back now. Weird. Okay, well, I guess I'm out of range then.
Use a
Okay,
spell,
so
though.
I'll use my action to insult him viciously.
Okay, wisdom saving throw.
And if he fails, he'll have disadvantage on subsequent attacks.
Just quickly looking up rules for a second.
Yeah. I insult him and his family.
All right, these guys have resistances on some things, but not to this. So
Aha.
they have resistances to illusions. That's partly why. Oh, terrible. All right, so 5. Is he sure it's 5 damage? Yeah, 2d4.
It's 5 psychic.
Okay, so 5 psychic damage, and he gets visibly annoyed with your taunts. His guard goes down. Okay, Grage, it's your turn.
Okay, I walk over and don't hit anything.
That's right.
Okay. And As the Duergar is mumbling his hatred for Kelnozz, I swing my axe viciously
Right, 27.
at his toes, chopping off at least 3. And then I try to twist off the other 2 on 1 foot.
Okay, so this one is going to be... Slow down a little bit. Okay, so the 18 would have hit. You're rolling with disadvantage here?
What? Oh, I guess it was still set on
Okay.
disadvantage.
So 21, because you're not at disadvantage anymore. So
Yep,
21
so-
hits. And you did 6 damage. And that 29 hits as well. So go ahead and roll damage for that.
6.
You have...
What?
Yeah, you rolled
I
unarmed
did-
strike
oh, I
twice. Yeah.
Oh, alright.
Alright, and that one falls down to the ground. And after a few
Totally.
moments, you guys cannot hear any... You guys can't hear anything, and you believe that for the time being, the danger is past.
Whew.
Well, based on what Deanna Troy said, there's only 5 humanoids left. Should be no issue. Kelnozz, your flesh wound is festering a bit. You might want to pour some wine or something on it.
Perhaps we could take a short rest. And I can roll some hit dice.
I also would like a short rest. I may study my spells.
Can someone remind me who picked up that shield?
I did. I guess I could study the shield a little bit. Or actually, why don't, before you rest too much, Eikooc, do you have any identification you can do on this?
Oh, let me see. Yeah, I could muster some identification. I reckon.
Alright, so Eikooc, you take a moment to identify the shield, and you can see that it is a sentinel shield. And what that means is that it has an enchantment on it where the wielder would have advantage on initiative rolls and perception checks.
Ooh.
This is a very good shield.
Well, it is otherwise just a normal shield. Like, it only adds 2 to your AC. It's not a +1 or a +2, for example, but it does give those advantages. So
Perception and initiative roll?
Yeah.
Like you have advantage on those, or a plus to something?
Advantage. You'll see it now in your item there, Scott.
Oh, okay. Oh, there it is, yeah.
All right. You guys are taking your short rest then?
Yeah, please. I need to roll some hit dice. Also, everyone gets an extra 1d6 due to the Song of Rest. Oof. So 3, 10, 18. 18. I'm feeling decent.
All right. You guys take the hour to rest, and no further patrols seem to come bother you.
Very well. Should we proceed back to the north?
Don't we want to throw down next tuba solo?
I mean, we could sing a song about how badass we were. Oh, actually, Neslan, could you take a look at this ox statue thing to see if it has magical properties?
Okay.
I'll pass it to you before I forget.
The ox does not have any magical properties.
Ah, damn it. Very well.
Just a couple other reminders. You guys still have a couple curses that Tharhun could probably relieve.
Yeah, maybe you could pull the curse off these cursed blades. Although I don't want to give it to you.
Well, wait. Can I actually do that yet? I don't think I can do that yet.
I think it's just a matter of whether you've prepared the spell or not. But I'm not
Yeah.
sure.
So I probably have to do a long rest, is what I'm thinking. To
Okay. I'm just reminding
Gain
you guys
access to
since in case it gets forgotten.
I should probably write that down that I can do that. I don't know.
Okay, so after the hour, you guys are feeling a bit more refreshed and energized. What do you do?
Let's continue exploring.
Yeah, let's go up north here.
Can I do my sense thing to get an idea of how many are left and what general direction they're located?
Yes. Okay, so you get the sense after you take a moment to concentrate that there are probably roughly 9 or 10 left. And most of the dwarves, there was heavy footfall traffic coming from the hallway that you're looking for here. Stands to reason that there's probably a handful of dwarves within a couple 100 feet to the northeast, and the other group of dwarves that you can detect are further to the north. The winding stone making it hard to get a great gauge on the distance, but more than a few 100 feet, but probably less than a mile.
Onward, brothers.
I'm gonna grab a cold one, BRB.
I will take the opportunity to fill my cup.
I'm going to as well. Be right back.
I've returned. What did I miss?
People are getting drinks.
Let's get this party started.
Oh my god, that retreat path.
Alright, I'm back.
I'm also back.
Do we have everyone then, or just wait for Ryan?
I think we're waiting for Ryan.
Well, sounds like it's just you and me, Kev. So there you go.
I'm here as well.
The whole party dies.
Yep.
All right.
Kelnozz loots everyone.
Tharhun turns into a dragon again. Is Nelson here?
Yep.
Did you look at the rules for the? I keep wanting to call it a tiara, but it's a circlet.
I did. Yeah.
Nice.
Definitely a thing.
Do some super investigations with that. Super knowledge checks.
What was it called? The Tira?
Is aluminum circlet.
Aluminum.
And someone said that they had it. Oh, Ryan's back. Been waiting.
Yeah.
Uh,
Oh my god.
Aluminium.
Waiting for me?
I might have
Sorry.
missed it if you said you were back.
Minutes, yeah.
Was there someone who said they had it last week that they had the manual of Gollum building?
I had my inventory from like forever ago. Something about a flesh golem, I think. Oh no, maybe a. I thought I did.
Well, it's probably lost forever.
I thought I had it written down.
Okay, so Brynn, as you look down this hallway, you see a long hallway with a branch to the right, and further down it ends and branches to the left.
All right. I move towards the right branch to take a peek.
Okay, so you see another hallway going about another 50 feet before it branches to the left and the right.
This labyrinth has no end. Eikooc, I hope you've been taking good notes. There's many rooms we haven't explored.
Yeah.
I don't believe him.
Well, let's see the map you've been drawing. You've been back there scribbling it the whole time.
You would not understand
This
the.
is nothing but a nude of Kelnozz. You've been working on this the whole time?
Another one?
How will we ever find our way out of this labyrinth?
The proportions are all wrong, Eikooc.
I will say it is tasteful, though. That's a tasteful news.
Let's continue to wander aimlessly then.
There's one thing we're good at. It's wandering
Scary
aimlessly.
quests. Yeah, let's check out the left one over here. I feel like this leads more towards the center.
This leads down into hallway, goes for about 30, 40 feet before opening up into a larger room.
Ooh. I peek into said larger room.
All right, so you see here the floor is covered in debris, and in the middle of the room seems to be a skull and rotted bones swirling gently around each other midair in the middle of the room.
Ooh.
WTF?
Tharhun, what do you make of that?
Some type of sorcery. It's not to be trusted.
Hey, easy there.
I'll divine sense it and see if I can tell if it's demonic in nature or potentially
Friendly spirits.
celestial.
You do not sense any fiends or celestials.
All right. I don't know what to make of this, but it does seem very strange. Never seen anything like it.
Well,
Take a look.
let's explore.
Doesn't seem to be anything else in the room. There's something under the bones, seems to have been shattered and is now essentially just debris.
Does it do anything once we enter the room? Does it speed up or change color or?
It doesn't seem to do anything different as you walk into the room.
Wow, that is a creepy thing that we will avoid.
Let the gnomes deal with that one.
They'll be fine.
You see another hallway leading down before branching off.
I come down there.
Alright. Well, we'll avoid the creepy twirling skull and look down this hallway.
All right. You see that the hallway kind of abruptly turns again. You can see that it starts turning here and slants to where you can't see.
Ah. I have a feeling that these hallways are connected.
All right. What do you guys do?
I'll catch up with the group, staying away from this creepy.
Are these ones just hallways that connect to these other rooms? Is there anything over on this side?
Pardon?
Is there anything over on this side? Or are these just hallways that connect rooms you've already explored?
Well,
Aha!
Toria close to you, he might be able to tell you with this map.
What part of Kelnozz is this area?
Definitely the buttocks.
Glistening. Can we tell what bones
Glistening buttocks.
these are, like what creature these bones are from?
How close of a look you take?
I'm approximately
Is there
20 feet away.
All right, so make a medicine check. Yeah, make a medicine check, please.
Okay. I've seen quite a few bones of different creatures over the years.
You're too far away, and the bones are too degraded to actually tell what they are from this distance.
Why don't you go grab one?
What do you make of it, Grage?
I typically leave creepy floating skeletons alone. It's one thing I learned from my mother before they sold me to the monastery.
Where's the fun in that?
Staying alive, my friend. Staying alive.
Perhaps you're right.
Feel free to grab a bone, though.
Sounds like a terrible idea.
It would be perfect thing for a collection of body parts. Eyes, toes, fingers, skulls.
Grage is just collecting eyes. They have magical powers, properties he believes.
Are they like aphrodisiacs? Because Kelnozz might be into that.
How many vices are you getting into there, Kelnozz? I mean, I thought you were dedicated into the greed, but these new
He's
urges.
He's a hedonist.
Grage could teach him to appreciate eyes. He'd make a good pupil.
Oh,
Critical hit.
got him.
So critical that I disconnected my microphone for a second. All right, so what's the plan now?
Say we travel north. Or maybe we try and whack the skull as we pass it for a second time?
My vote's to stay away from it, but it's up to you.
You know,
Yes.
Brynn, as you walk through this square, make a charisma saving throw.
Oh. Apparently I didn't skirt the outside well enough. Charisma saving throw? It's probably not. Huh.
All right, as
Wow.
Brynn gets a little too close to these bones, his eyes glaze over and he stops moving entirely.
Oh, good.
You become a passenger in your own body, Brynn.
Yikes.
This could be bad.
Just as we were trying to walk by.
And the Brynn turns to look at Kelnozz, who remains in the room, and he says in a monotone voice, "The heart of the mountain is sealed behind doors of black basalt that only a dwarf king can unlock. In the mountain's heart, you will find your own greatness."
Brynn, what are you talking about?
Especially when I'm still possessed.
He doesn't answer. He just stands catatonic, unblinking.
Well, you don't see that every day.
Should have listened to my mom. Stay away from the skeleton bone.
Brynn, can you hear me? It's Kelnozz and his best friend Bims. Tharhun, something happened to Brynn. He was speaking
Don't get too
about a
close.
mountain heart.
Well, it's this cursed object. We have to get him out of there, away from that place. I carefully, without getting, I stay as far away as I can, but I try to like grab his arm and pull him away from that thing.
As you grab his arm, he turns to you and says, "Demons invaded our temple, but we trapped them in statues on this level. Beware them." You find that with effort you can drag him.
Okay. Well, we'll do that. So I pull him back out of that, away from that
Out of
thing.
the range of the, yeah, that makes sense.
I bring him over here.
I'll
I
help
say,
you pull him across.
Brynn, can you hear me, Brynn? Are you in there?
He simply repeats, "The heart of the mountain is sealed behind doors of black basalt."
Black basalt. Have we encountered any such thing? Does
I
anyone
don't
remember?
think so.
There was some door they were trying to play music to open it. But I don't remember where that was. I feel like I don't see anything on the map that was like a locked door that we couldn't get through. Well, perhaps we have yet to encounter such a thing.
What is basalt?
Rock.
Type of rock.
Basalt. Basalt.
I think it's a
Basalt.
song.
Okay. Cool. Gotcha. It's like volcanic, I guess. Cool. Now I know. We're learning things every day.
Brynn remains catatonic and incapacitated in this state.
Can you like remove a curse from him, Tharhun?
I would have to take some time to prepare for such a thing. Although he appears to be...
Make it either an Arcana or a Religion check.
Alright, I'm likely insufficient at both of those things. But... oh, I'm okay at religion. I guess that makes sense.
Jesus Christ.
It's a pretty good roll.
It's not that good.
I don't know if there's time for profanity. I mean...
Profanity. So you are familiar that this type of affliction would usually be dispelled by a spell called Dispel Evil and Good.
Oh.
Oh. Well...
5th level spell.
Could it
It's-
only not like a normal dispel? Like it has to be dispel. It can't just be dispel magic.
You can make your own check if you'd like to know, but Tharhun isn't aware of that answer.
I see.
This is powerful spirits inhabit our friend. Well, it speaks in riddles. We did encounter the dwarven king in his tomb. And we have his shield and some other thing that belongs to him, if I remember correctly.
It was a mithril war pig.
Yes.
Adamantium Warpick.
Adamantium, but we have a mithril pirate leg that could come in handy.
What could be the meaning of this riddle? We must find this door, but I'm not sure how we can get how we can deal with Brynn here. Spirits, what do you want from our friend Brynn? Or from us?
Speak now, spirits.
Brynn seems to look past you and says, "When you enter a room, speak the word Zunderbrock to all to hear. You might be rewarded."
Underbrock?
Zunderbrock.
Zunderbrock.
Grage is able to say this is Dwarvish for secret trove.
Speak the name Zunderbrock.
There was a door that we were trying to get into. We were trying to figure out. It like wouldn't open. There was no keyhole.
Where would that have been?
Oh man, I don't know, but I distinctly remember this now.
Oh, you're right. There was a door without a keyhole. I remember that.
I think
Is
that
it-
was by the tomb that you guys got through.
Oh,
Yeah,
we solved that one?
the switch was in the pit.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, okay. Puzzle solved. Well, I don't see any other locked doors, so.
All right, what are you guys up to?
Bless it.
Well, do we? Will Brynn follow us?
He only moved after I pulled him over here.
Pull him out of the room.
We could tie a rope around him and pull him along. Perhaps he will.
Tie him up.
We've got a good history of tying up anybody.
All right, you guys gonna tie up Brandon and interrogate him?
We're not gonna like tie him up. We're just gonna tie a rope around him so we can easily pull him along as we walk.
Okay.
Yeah, maybe some further distance might help.
Yeah, it might wear off. You never know. Or it might take level 5 magic, but we can hope that it'll just wear off.
Curses just go away. You get better, right?
So that works.
Tharhun looks grave.
Can I sort of pull Brynn along with me?
Yep.
Come on, old buddy.
So you guys are gonna try and drag Brynn out of the room.
Yep.
Yeah.
I'm pulling him up to the north to meet up with the rest of the group.
As Brynn crosses the threshold out of the room, you feel the presence leave your body, Brynn, and you're once again in the driver's seat, so to speak.
And I was able to, like, understand everything that was happening there.
That's right. Yeah, you were like a spectator in your own head.
Did you learn anything else from that creature while it was inside of you?
Does he remember what happened?
He remembers, he was, like as I just said, he was aware of everything that just happened, but he didn't have any special ghost insights.
Gotcha.
Well, let's be careful of that room and warn the gnomes. We'll put a mark on the wall here. The terrible curse lies inside.
Yeah, definitely. Let's write that. Curse room.
Someone who knows the way to. Oh, is this the way? Oh, you got it. Very good. All right, let us continue and be careful. This place has many spirits, and some will do us harm.
You don't think that the Zunderbrock they've mentioned might release some of these demons?
We shouldn't trust the advice of any otherworldly entities.
But the riches, they could be vast.
That's how they tempt you into their servitude.
But the riches.
Peek around these corners here.
All right, so you see to your left, about 20 feet down, it ends in door, with a branch to the right just before that, and to the right you see it ends in another 20 feet, branching to the left or north.
Peeking further. Peeking further.
Get me out of here. Get me out of the creepy skeleton room. I'll send Bims up north here to meet where the junction of the paths. Ah, there's a door. And now we'll send him to the east.
Another doors, my guess.
All right, here it opens up into a smaller chamber with two other doors. Or not doors, rather, but two other branching hallways.
Can I move stealthily and peer around the corner here?
Sure, roll a stealth check.
I whisper to Grage and Tharhun, I'm gonna peek ahead.
So this is essentially just kind of a large throwaway where people would filter through. There's some decorations on the wall, but otherwise it's kind of an empty room.
Was there anything identifiable about either the doors to the north or to the west when we walked by?
They appeared to be standard doors.
I see.
Push forward, Kelnozz. Night is drawing in.
Very well. I'm going to take a peek around this corner here.
It's another short corridor.
And I'll take one more peek around this next one.
Hallway continues on.
Grage, there appears to be a path up here. I'll send Bims around the corner.
You can basically, remember you can see 120 feet, so...
Right. This dungeon is most massive.
Alright, so you can see this, and towards the end here you get to a dead end with a branch to the left and the right.
Was this map like auto-generated?
No, it wasn't. No, I lifted it off of something.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
'Cause this place is huge.
Yeah, it's actually massive.
What about these doors back here?
There's
Which are
nothing.
Chosen a direction, Brynn.
curiously close to the center.
There's no going back, Brynn.
Alright.
There was talk about Heart of the Mountain.
Heart of the mountain. And
Well-
And basalt.
instead exploring its arms and legs.
I feel like if we would notice a basalt door.
We'll also remember that Brynn has a general direction of where the Duergar were.
Which is
You guys are
north
going in the
of war.
opposite of direction of that at the moment.
Oh, it's south
Well, no.
or
There
west?
was a northwest, and then there was a more north.
Okay. Well, maybe we should try some of these doors then instead of sauntering off down this hallway.
Sure, we can do that.
Get Kelnozz.
Yes. Remember our mission.
Kelnozz, they're not liking our leadership here. We gotta go this way.
I get this all the time.
Brynn's tracking ability is found
The
more
elf is
Dragonborn.
talking shit again.
Goddamn elves.
Well, are there any markings on this southern door?
No, the door doesn't have any markings on it.
Okay. Can we open the door? Peek inside?
Kelnozz was doing it. He would be jumping through the door.
Yeah.
Just saying.
It's true. Where's the finesse? Where's the pizzazz?
Pizzazz comes when the murdering happens. For door opening, I like to plain old use the handle.
So I'm just waiting a second here for you guys to confirm a marching order.
Oh, I'll be here.
We'll keep Eikooc in the back. I'll stand in front of him. Keep the captain safe.
All right, so Brynn opens the door, revealing a very large room.
Here we go. Full of loot. It's the treasure room.
Well done.
So there are quartz pillars all throughout the room. There's a southern at the southern tip of the room. There's a dais, and you can see at the top of this dais is a very large black door.
Is it made of basalt?
You don't have to get a closer look, but okay. So basically, I'm going to put it to you guys here. May or may not be surprised. There will be some combat in this room. It will probably be about the same size as, pretty similar to the musical concert you guys put on. So either this is not a bad time to stop, and we can start off with this combat at the beginning of the next game, or if you guys want, we could push through it. It's completely up to you guys. I don't care.
We could start it at the next round.
I probably will take us a little bit past midnight, I'd say.
Yeah.
Next time works then.
All right, so you guys enter into what looks to be
Oh Jesus! This. Yeah. Okay. I
what
see.
you suspect to be the heart of the mountain, and we'll pick up there next week.
Cool. We found it.
We could have found it like way earlier, right? Look at this.